Hello, brothers, sisters, and hard dwellers family. Man, I'm still in some rough waters. I pulled one of my Claire's Rhema messages and got God's correction, which I will share on the channel. A storm of negative thoughts bombarded me this morning, bringing panic again. I went to Bible Promises trying to discern, but the Lord wasn't answering me, which brought greater anxiety than just letting go and trusting the Lord. This cross has been so very acute, but such a torment to my soul, if I can be honest. I just can't seem to get a hold of myself or Jesus. Please, guys, pray for me. I had a conversation with the soul this morning that left me hurting as well. And then I pulled the rhema, fortify your heart in praise, as you are in the face of opposition. I thought, Lord, help me. Then I remembered the rhema I got the other day that said, from the time I gave up self-seeking, I've been leading the happiest life one can imagine. I know I was under correction because lately all I've been focused on has been myself and my feelings. I just kept getting hurt when I put myself first in any way by being vulnerable and sharing my feelings. So I came before the Lord. Hello, Lord. I feel so hurt and so weary. I just want to be done, honestly. Jesus responded, gather your emotions, little one. You're allowing it to get the best of you again. You are under my loving hand of protection and correction. There are many workings and dealings I'm doing in your soul right now. Although painful, will work out for your good, and your beloved's good as well. His time of self-reflection and acknowledgement is coming. But I'm dealing with you first, beloved, because you know much better, and I'm more self-aware. There are sins that are becoming brambles in our vineyard that need to be uprooted, pruned, and cut, and I'm doing that work now. Praise me instead, little one. Praise me instead. Although it looks bleak, remember it's darkest before the dawn. Do not fear. All these matters are in my hands, beloved. There were many assignments against you and many hindering spirits sent to cause confusion, distraction, and a fall. Your pride opened the door, which led to self-righteousness, judgment, and lack of charity for your neighbor. You didn't realize how your actions were hurting others and hurting me, beloved. And I guess it's true. I got a rhema last week when I felt a grave injustice, and I was so hurt by the actions of another. I pulled this rhema card that said Jesus sitting on a bench crying. I tried to reach for him, but he moved away and winced in pain. As he continued to cry, I realized that when I hurt others, I'm hurting him. When I got this card the first time, I was full of resentment. I didn't see how I had hurt the other soul because I was done wrong. But it was the thoughts of my heart towards them that made me nail them to the cross with bad feelings and thoughts as well. And I realized I had really done some damage. I didn't feel repentant or contrite then, and I asked Jesus for it. And now I was feeling it. Jesus continued, I've said it before, and it bears repeating. Although the soul you have judged may not say anything, they can feel it. The scorn, the disdain, the rancor, and even jealousy. Just as you can feel when something is off with the soul and is geared towards you. So you have been wounded, you begin to wound others in the process. Hence the saying, hurt people hurt people. And you are wounded, beloved. You must spend more time with me to receive that healing. I am the source of your strength, your joy, and your healing. Let me be your sole desire, and I will do it. I want to heal. My correction towards you is because I love you. It's not to punish you, but my correction rather grooms you and grows you to bear much more fruit. I'm dealing with the deep issues of the heart within you, and mine says I've become a stronghold. These strongholds must come down, and no more negative thoughts being entertained concerning others. You have another soul to apologize to. They too felt the scorn you had against them. Oh, Lord, help me. All of these souls, even your beloved, I've brought in your life to be loved, encouraged, and supported by my love through you. When your love becomes selfish, self-seeking, and self-centered, it not only hurts you, but it hurts the souls I've entrusted to you. It stops up the flow of grace and the flow of my love flowing, being poured out onto others through you. It's like a water hose that gets clogged. Only but a little trickle comes out, and that's if at all. The clog is because of sin that gets in the way, and many times the sins are sins of the flesh, sins of self-will, self. When you're constantly thinking of yourself, how then can you give to others? I'm not at all diminishing the pain you feel or the wounds you may incur, but come to me with it, beloved, every time you feel a sting of a word or action done against you. Come to me immediately and say, Jesus, this hurts. I feel this way, but I choose not to hold this against the soul. I ask you for your forgiveness for them. and give me your heart to love them past this, that I may continue to be free to love. Heal this wound, Lord. Amen. Say that every time, and I guarantee peace will befall you, knowing that you handed it over to me, and that I am faithful to bring healing and reconciliation at the right time. Pain is an indicator that something is wrong, but it doesn't have to turn into an infection that will infect others if you would simply say this, and trust me that everything allowed to happen to you is in my will, and I use it all. My brides, this week will be a week of inspection and correction. I want you to inspect your conscience and see the bad habits that have incurred over time that are damaging not only to yourself but to others. I'll give you my perspective that you may see the damage effect of sins done against others and how it hurts them, whether you see it immediately or not. All of you, my brides, are under my loving gaze and my loving correction. I'm doing spring cleaning, wiping away the stains on your garment and ironing out some wrinkles in your soul by showing you your motives and actions that displease me and will cause harm to you and others in the future. I do this because you are my beloved ones, and I discipline those whom I love. Be patient with yourself, my little one, and have much courage. All will be well, and the wounds will soon be mended and replaced with joy and salutation. I am with you all, my beloved little ones, to gently and lovingly prune you, that you may bear more fruit. And that was the end of Jesus' message. Oh, family, please pray for me, for patience, strength, and courage. I think I'm fighting this cross, how badly I want it to go away, especially before our trip. And I keep trying to make things better and get hurt in the process because I think the Lord wants me to carry this cross rather than putting in my own efforts to make it go away when that is not His will. Also, please pray for Father Derek and the souls on this trip who are meant to touch in China and in India. So thank you, family. The next message will be a repost from Mother Claire's message, the Rhema message that I received called God's Correction. And Jesus gives a little more insight concerning what He's preparing us all for this week in inspection and correction of bad habits and attitudes. God bless you, family, to the next message.